YouTube channel for Telemundi Media, the company that are providing these images. The action provided by 255 of the best kart racers around. And we're about to see the first race, Senior X30, 32 on the grid, Oliver Hodgson on pole. So Oliver Hodgson has dived out of one, he's gone through scrutineering of his senior okay, and now he's being drawn in the first heat of Senior X30. And he starts from pole position. Alongside him on the front row, Ben Barnicoat. Well, Hodgson versus Barnicoat at PFI at Kartmasters, with Callum Bradshaw just behind them, and Brett Ward, who has come so close to winning a GP plate on numerous occasions, in fourth. Mark Kimber, world champion, in fifth in junior Rotax. Then Stephen Letts, a former Kartmasters champion, in 144. He starts sixth. So the top six, world champions, British champions, Kartmasters champions, and Brett Ward all together. And I hope Brett Ward's nan, Maureen, is tuning in, because she's always tweeting in saying she's listening or watching. Hello, Maureen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to know that you're there over the airwaves. Scott Jackson and Matthew Graham are on row 4. They're going to slow down now. And again, for those of you watching karting for the first time, either here at the circuit, you come along to watch a family friend or a friend's child race. They go into the tram lines, the rolling start. They wait. The false start flag goes out, so the yellow chevron on the green flag, that signals a false start, and there could be numerous reasons of that. The formation not right, the speed not right, then Clark not happy for some reason. And go around again. Hodgson and Barnicoat. And the 25 of Bradshaw, the 46 of Ward, the 47 of Kimber, the 144 of Letts, the 180 of Jackson, the 70 of Graham, the 145 of Ethan Hawkey, and then the top 10 rounded up by the number 85 Strawberry kart of Gus Lawrence. Further back, look for 102 Michael Rossina, the Italian driver, Delboy Morgan in the number 88 kart. And further, Elliot Harvey in the number 37 was right up there yesterday, and he's not qualified that well. Tom Croydon in kart number 184. I'll be waiting to tell you my Tom Croydon story, and very shortly, and he can't wait for me to do that. He shouldn't have opened his mouth when we were leaving the restaurant the other night. And that is a kart at the side of the road. It's number 15, Jensen Brown. Coles Racing kart is out of the race. And at the back of the grid, 32nd place, William Petit of Thule Motorsports. And how many Morrises are in this race? I've seen a couple of Richard Morris in the 81, Sister Eleanor in the 99. I think it's those two. There's a third Morris. There's Anna Morris. She's not there, but lights are green. We're out and racing through the Bruno Ferraris again, under the Litchfield Bridge. 32 karts go in, 32 karts come out. Nose to tail, out onto the banking, 2, 3 wide. Hodgson has the lead. Over the bridge they go. Barnicoat gets to third, and that is Callum Bradshaw, I think, up into second place, the CRG driver. And Barnicoat knows that Bradshaw is not as good in race trim. He wasn't yesterday anyway, so he makes short work of the first-year senior driver. Moves to P2, Mark Kimber in fourth place. Then it is the number 180 of Scott Jackson, the Team Abago driver. Abago Karting, a chain of kart circuits, I believe, or I think there's a chain of them, in more than one, but in the north of England. And you've got a couple of drivers here. Scott Jackson doing very well at the moment, hanging on to a place in the top 5. 10 minutes plus 1 lap. When the clock expires, the next time the drivers cross the start-finish line, they get the last lap board. Hodgson leads, trying to pull away from Barnicoat. Hodgson on a Birrell ART chassis, Barnicoat on a Fullerton chassis. Then it is Bradshaw on a CRG and Mark Kimber on a Tony kart. Side by side behind them is Brett Ward. Tries to pass Scott Jackson for 5th. 31 drivers still in the race, and here comes Ben Barnicoat on Oliver Hodgson. Takes the lead going into the first hairpin. Hodgson looks over his shoulder between these two drivers. Well, Barnicoat's got 5 titles. Hodgson's got 2 at Kartmasters. 7 titles in the top 2 position. 8 in the top 3 because Kimber, the 2014 Cadet Honda winner, he is there in 3rd place with Bradshaw, who won last year's Junior X30. So that's 9 titles in the top 4 positions. And I think most of them have beaten Brett Ward for at least one of them. And Brett's in 5th. Scott Jackson in 6th, then a gap back to Stephen Letts in 7th. Letts, the 2012 Junior TKM GP plate winner. Out onto the banking they go. Barnicoat runs a little bit wide of the banking. Hodgson a tighter line to the middle of that corner, but Barnicoat will have a better run across the Litchfield Bridge, because coming off the Litchfield Bridge at turn 4 at the top of your screens there, that is a place where you can get outbraked and people can dive at the inside and push you up onto the grass banking. And Hodgson and Barnicoat wheel to wheel. Well, this is like a warm-up. They're just testing the waters. They're like two boxers in the opening round of a world title fight, just teasing each other with a cheeky jab now and again. And both hoping to deliver the knockout blow at some point tomorrow afternoon. Bradshaw holding on to 3rd place. Well, if the kart wasn't working yesterday, it's working today. For Bradshaw, Michael Rossina, the 2nd of the CRG drivers, is 11th. As the leaders go under the Litchfield Bridge and onto the banking for the 4th time. And Brett Ward having a little look at the inside of Mark Kimber for 4th. And Barnicoat dives at the inside of Hodgson. Oh, and there's a firing shot across the bows. Barnicoat has a lunge. And they've got to be careful. If you knock your nose cone bracket off, as Bradshaw now takes the lead, if you push your nose cone down, you get a 10-second penalty. Now, Barnicoat had a problem yesterday. He retired from one of his races. He starts today 31st in the classification. At the moment, Ben Barnicoat is not automatically in the pre-final. He's in the B-final. So he needs 2 good results. A nose cone penalty is not a good result. Bradshaw leads Hodgson and Barnicoat. Then it's Kimber, followed by Jackson. Great job from Scott Jackson. So far, yesterday, well, I'm having a look down the order. Scott Jackson didn't finish any higher than 28th. He's got a nosebleed so far at the order, because Lawrence goes through the screen here. Obviously, there were problems. He qualified 60th and then finished 31st in his first heat and 28th in his second. And suddenly, he's not just qualifying well, he's racing well, and he's surrounded by world champions. He's got Brett Ward just alongside him. Stephen Letts has caught him, but Jackson running in 6th position. Hodgson has the lead back. Barnicoat 2nd, Bradshaw in 3rd. Nervous spectators think it's only Saturday morning. The business end of this meeting isn't for another day and a bit. But it's important for these drivers. Obviously they want to win. They're thinking about points. They're thinking about getting the best position they can for the pre-final, but they're also all thinking about showing the other some of their weaponry, but not all. They're playing tactical. They want to know where their rivals are strong. And of course, everyone wants to keep their really, really good parts of circuit, of lines, secret until it matters most. And there's Hodgson back in front, wheel to wheel. Barnicoat and Bradshaw for 2nd, Kimber 4th, Ward 5th, Letts 6th. And Ben Barnicoat climbing the curbs there, and inches behind Oliver Hodgson. Now he looks to the inside, going to Bobby Game corner. Bobby Game, one of the inaugural Kart Masters champions, and still racing this day in 1996. And Barnicoat to the Mike Wilson complex. Hodgson behind him. Then it's Kimber, Bradshaw, Ward. A slight gap to the Litchfield Motorsport kart of 144 Stephen Letts. Then it's Scott Jackson now 7th, followed by Matthew Graham in 8th, Ethan Hawkey in 9th, Michael Rossina in 10th. And there goes Elliot Harvey through the screen. He is in 9th place now with Gus Lawrence 10th. They both passed Ethan Hawkey. And here comes Oliver Hodgson down the hill into hairpin number 1. Barnicoat doesn't fight him. See that there's a lot of offensive movers going on, as in not offensive as in they're offensive, they're rude, they're offensive as in the drivers are attacking, they're on offense, but there's not a lot of defense going on, because they know there's no point just blocking and with 3.5 minutes to go, so they're overtaking each other, but they're not fighting it. You're not seeing drivers weaving around and defending their lines into their corners, because these are the most experienced drivers, and they think to themselves, well, hey, you can do that in the last half a minute. Let's just race for now. And coming up at the back of that screen Number 70, Matthew Graham. Under the bridge they go with 3 minutes remaining. You can see the Fullerton kart, the same livery as Barnacote. There's Graham. He is with the Jade karting team. He used to be, the Jade race team. So Alan's British team is Barnacote once again. And you can see Hodgson just lets him go. Bradshaw sees the door opening, takes the advantage, picks up a place, and then slides at the inside of Barnacote to take the lead. Barnacote's on the outside now of the short chute. Side by side. This is great stuff. Remember I said at the start of the day, if you don't believe me, that kart racing, there's more overtaking in one kart race than the whole season of Formula 1. I said, come back in about 11:48 and we'll prove you wrong. These guys are proving you wrong right now. There's Bradshaw. Hodgson, it's the first heat of the day. Someone had their Weetabix this morning. Well, all 7 of these guys did. It's Bradshaw, Hodgson, Barnacote, Kimber, Ward, Lex and Graham. Then a gap back to Elliot Harvey, the Dan Holland Racing number 37, who is the light blue and yellow kart, about a second behind this lead group. He's got Gus Lawrence, and there's Hodgson and Barnacote. They decide they've had enough of Callum Bradshaw. Out you go, and watch Bradshaw now. He loses another place. He's getting freight train to the outside. Ward comes through. Bradshaw on the rumble strips. Lex comes through, and Callum Bradshaw goes from first to, he fights back. He goes from first to 5th. In the space of one corner. Brett Ward moving up to 4th place. Ward following Mark Kimber. These two lock horns regularly in the European X30 Championship, which is another championship filmed by Telemundi Media that you can go and watch on YouTube and live. But it's Barnacote leading, Hodgson leading, Barnacote second, and finally Hodgson has got a bit of breathing space with a minute to go. Barnacote's got to really get his head down now. He's got Kimber, and there's Gus Lawrence and Stephen Letts side by side at 75, 80 miles an hour through the Bruno Ferrari S's, under the bridge. They emerge unscathed. There's Ward, the Evolution Racing, the 46 Ashley Whitcock team, with a similar graphics to the Dan Holland Racing. I did say that Dan Holland and Ashley Whitcock should go outside and have a fight, and the winner can keep their graphics kit, and the loser has to get a new one to help me out. I'm not sure what the result was of that. Bradshaw now fading, and this is what we saw yesterday. Callum Bradshaw was struggling in race trim. He was having dinner in the same restaurant as me last night, and they were performing a little plan. There was Callum and his mechanic Jamie Smith and a few others, including his dad Pete, who was watching. I'm not sure if the plan involved hitting it with a hammer until it worked, but it seems to be doing sort of the trick at the moment, because Bradshaw is hanging on in the top 6, and Michael Racina is still struggling. He's now dropped to 17th place as the Italian driver. The clock strikes 0. Hodgson leads by 7/10. He got the break at the perfect time. Barnacote second, Ward third. The leaders flash through the banking. Now the middle part of the field flash through the banking. There goes a 23 through your screen. That's Jensen Harvey for Evolution Racing. But the leaders are through the first hairpin. Hodgson untroubled. Brett Ward is going to have a little nibble at Ben Barnacote, is he? Not through the second hairpin. And he's got to be careful as Brett, because he's got Mark Kimber, Callum Bradshaw, Matthew Graham and Gus Lawrence to play with. Scott Jackson is still 10th. Great result potentially for Scott Jackson if he can get around the last half of this lap. Elliot Harvey's up to 8th. With Stephen Letts now 9th. Jackson, then Lewis Malin. We haven't seen Lewis Malin, and you'll see him now at the back of the screen as the last lap board goes out. And there's Malin at the very top of the screen. It's the kart that I unfairly called a bucket of moving sick yesterday, because it is so vividly painted. It is easy to spot, but yet it's a luxury bucket of sick. I do apologise. It's a luxury bucket of sick. It's a fast bucket of sick, as Bradshaw sets another the fastest lap, 58.12. Malin in 11th place, ahead of Derek Morgan and Conor McPollin. Hodgson around the second hairpin, up the short chute, past the stranded kart of Jensen Brown. We've lost Charlie Bingham in the Haas entry. Barnacote looking over his shoulder as they go down the back straight, having to defend from Brett Ward. Behind Ward, Kimber was right there. Kimber's obviously come under attack from Bradshaw and potentially Lawrence, but the checkered flag goes out. So Oliver Hodgson takes the win. That is his first heat win. So 2 seconds and a first. And you can see at the side of the screen there, Nigel Edwards, the chief clerk and the club chairman here at Trent Valley Kart Club, who is one of the most respected karting officials in the world, who travels the entire world officiating kart meetings, and he was applauding there because that was worthy of applause. That was a good race. Hodgson, Barnicoat, Ward, Kimber, Bradshaw, Lawrence, Elliott, Harvey, Letts, Graham and Jackson, the top 10. The drivers at the front are champions, and that was a champion-style race. Very impressive to watch. Further back, well done Scott Jackson, leading privateer. The fast bucket of set, Lois Malin. The only Gillard we have here this weekend, Derek Morgan in 12th, and William Petit from 32nd in the number 14 Thule Motorsport car up into 14th place. So a good result for William as well. That is the end of the first race. The recovery vehicle is going out, and you notice the name Tom Croydon. I'm going to give you my second Kartmaster story. So, Tom Croydon is a racing driver. He is from Swansea in South Wales. Now, Tom Croydon had his driving test recently. Well, no, it's not the story. Tom Croydon's had a rough year. He went to the Winter Cup in Spain, in Valencia, with his Coles Racing team, and when they parked